Hey Year 5, Session 2 for the week. We're looking at the end of year revision now. It comes right at the end of the second book and it covers everything we've done this year, so you might need to dig back into your memory to help you remember how to solve some of these. The first question says, which of the following is equivalent, the same as, equal to 3/7? The second session says which of the following improper fractions is equivalent to 3 2/5. And the final question says find the value of a half plus 7/100 plus 9 1/1000s. Pause the video and have a go at these. I'll explain it to you on the next slide if you're not sure. So if we're finding equivalent fractions, we need to think about what we could do to the top and the bottom to make them 3/7. Well, if I times the top by 3, I can make it 3, but I have to do the same to the bottom. If I times the bottom by 3, that gets 15ths. That is not equivalent to 3/7. I could half this one, divide both the top and the bottom by 2. But that would get me 3/8 and isn't equivalent. For the next one, I could divide the top and the bottom by 4. That would get me 3/7. And for the final one, just to check, I couldn't make either of them into sevenths or thirds or 3/7. So it's question 3 that's equivalent. For the next question, which of the following improper fractions is equivalent to 3 2/5? Well, if I've got 10/5, that's 2 whole ones, because 5/5 make a whole, so 10/5 would make 2 wholes. If I've got 12/5, 5/5 is 1 whole, 10/5 is 2 wholes, so I've got 2 wholes and 2/5 left over. If I've got 13/5, that's 2 wholes and 3/5. And the bottom one is 3 wholes and 2/5, so 4 is equivalent. On this final question, we needed to know that a half is the same as 0.5, and that 7 100ths is 7 in the hundredths column, 0.07, and 9 1/1000ths is 9 in the thousandths column, 0.009. Then we can add those together, and we'd get 0.579. So the second one is the equivalent value. The next question asks you, how many obtuse angles are there in this figure below? Can you remember things about angles? We had acute angles, obtuse angles, right angles, and reflex angles. Hopefully you can remember which ones are obtuse, and then use the squares to help you work out if they're more than 90 degrees or less than 90 degrees. Have a go. So I had a look. If this one was 90 degrees, the line would have come down here. So this one must be more than 90 degrees, making it an obtuse angle. The same for this one and this one. This one is less than 90 degrees, so it must be an acute angle. This one is also not obtuse. It's just slightly less than 90 degrees. There are 3 obtuse angles. This question asks you to find the change in temperature from 12 midnight to 12 noon. The scales are a bit small, so I've written it out for you. The thermometer is currently at -8, and the thermometer here currently is at +8. Can you work out the temperature change? The next question is another Roman numerals question. Which one has the greatest value? We're seeing this time, can you convert from Roman numerals back into digits that we would use now? Have a go. The difference here is an increase by 16 degrees. For this question, I had a look and I knew that there were 3 thousands and D was worth 500. so 3,500. Here there were 2,000s, then there was a 100 before 1,000, so 2,900, and L is worth 50. For this question, there were 2,000s, then there were 300s, then there was 50, and then there was 10. 10 after 50 must be 60. And for the final question, there were 3,000s, then there was 200, then there was 50, and 3 10s after 50, so that must be 80. And then there was 5 and 3 after 5, which must be 8. 3,288. For this question, they're asking you, 4 children threw a ball at a target. The table shows the number of times they threw the ball and the number of times they hit the target. Who had the best score? Well, to work it out, you'll need a percentage. You'll need to know what percentage each child scored. Here's a reminder on how to do it. You start with the fraction. They hit 3 times out of 4 throws. We need to convert that to be out of 100 to work out our percentage. So how many 4s make 100? Well, 25. So I need to do 3 lots of 25, which is 75. That means it's 75%. Sam hit 75% of his throws. Try and work out the others for the other children. You need to know how many 25s make 100 and do the same to the top. How many 10s make 100 and do the same to the top. How many 20s make 100 and do the same to the top. Then you'll have percentages. Whoever had the best score is the child with the highest percentage. Pause the video and have a go. So here are our percentages. That means Charles has the best percentage and he had the best score. And finally, you've worked really hard this week. I don't know about you, but Thor and Marley will always find a patch of sunshine to lay in, no matter how small it is. So the weather's good or not, enjoy laying in the sunshine this week. Bye.